Yeah, hi guys. Hi once again. Yeah, my name is Elebele Efziba. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Um, Firstly, before we go into what we have today, I would like to appreciate every single person that helped share my videos, that helped rebroadcast, or I don't know how it's said. I want to thank everybody, like the subscribers, the people that liked my videos. It was really a big one. Like I was not expecting the feedback I got. For the negative comments, for the positive comments, really, you guys are a bomb. Like thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do not take your efforts for granted. Like I got messages from people I was not even expecting to get messages from. A number of people that I did not even know were in the same issue, like reached out to me, we discussed, and it was a big one for me, really. It was a big one for me. Thank you so much. So, we are on today's episode, and really, trust me, this is the most important. This is the most important because me telling you how the story was without telling you how I've been able to how I've been going about it is just a waste of time. It's more like you force, how do I put it now? Maybe you want to teach someone how to drive, and you take the person to where the steering is, or you take the person to the steering, and you leave the person all alone. Like there's no reason for the story if we are not going to discuss how I've been managing the situation. The truth is that it is not easy. Even till this moment, it's been hard. But yes, I've been scaling through, and that is what I want to put you guys through. So that's what I want to tell you guys about. Do you understand? So please sit back. I don't know how they say that thing. Sit back, buy your popcorn, and whatever thing it is they say. So just sit down, relax. It's going to be a short video, like shorter than the first one, and you're going to enjoy every bit of it. So yes, sit back and enjoy. So yeah, quickly before we go into the story, there's a part I didn't tell you guys about. There's a part I didn't tell you guys about, which I would like to clarify. Number one is that yes, I was a forex trader as at the time all of these things were happening. Do you understand? But there's a saying that when you don't have a structure, it's not a saying really, but really. So what happened actually? The first thing is that I did not have a structure about my business, like how to go about people's money. I was just trading for my own self, and I needed to understand forex for myself before I started bringing people's money in. So I was a forex trader. I was trading the market, the financial market, and I understood the market to an extent, probably not as much as I know today. But yes, I understood the market enough. So I wasn't just coming as a trader, as a marketer or whatever it is. Secondly, that I didn't tell you guys was after the whole issue happened, I trusted the company so much that I went to take a loan. Do you understand? And I can remember very well. I can remember so well what happened. The first thing that happened was that I called another company because then, yes, I was emotionally down like every other person. So I called another company and told them I wanted to um I wanted to, so I took a loan, yeah, because I trusted the company so much and I thought there was nothing, right? So I told them I wanted to pay some money because the company I was with was having issues and I wanted to use it to sort my investors. I can remember the call was on a Monday, and before I knew what was happening, on a Friday, the company, on the Friday after that Monday, like the company ran away, like the not the company really, the people we call, that's the CEOs and whoever it is in the company, they ran away. So yes, things were so bad, like it was like double problem, or how do I call it? Like things were so bad. And yes, this leads us to what happened after. Do you understand? So like every other person, I was depressed, I was down, things were not going on well, everything was just somehow for me at the point, we at the time, whichever one, right? And the first thing I did, which I would not advise anybody to do, right? I just wanted to know the extent at which I was in that mess. Do you understand? I wanted to know like what I was facing. So the first thing I did was I went online. It's a funny thing really now because now I'm no more in that place. Although once in a while it still happens, you know, when you want to question some things about yourself, why things are not going well, when like things you didn't plan for are happening, right? So the first thing I did, I went on Google and I typed what's the jail term for someone that is in debt and all of those things. But the interesting thing is I did not see anything, right? That's the first thing I did. I went online, searched for, I even put in the exact amount. What's the jail time for so and so if you're owing this amount of money? I didn't see anything. It made me more sad because there was no information. It was just like maybe I didn't even know what to expect next, right? The second thing that happened again, I went online, and what did I search for? I searched for people, not the Ote dollars, not the Dangotes, because yes, those ones have those stories, right? So I went online and I was looking for people that have been in the same situation, investment related situations, and I did not see any. It means there's something that this thing does to people most of the time. It makes you silent. Really, it makes you silent. It makes you silent. It makes you, I don't know, really. That's how the thing is. That's what I've noticed, really. And it's not a good thing. It makes you like, it turns you to nothing. Do you understand? And that's what brought about this whole idea. It's from that point that I decided I was going to have a YouTube channel. Although I was waiting for everything to be solved fully before I came out to speak and all of that. Do you understand? But that's what brought about this YouTube channel. I decided I was going to be that person that was going to voice out for everybody, because like I said in the last video, we are not thieves, right? So that's what happened. Do you understand? Those were the two things I did. That number one, I went online looking for. Number two was I sought this thing online and I did not see. Do you understand? So now quickly, let's go into those things. How I've been managing the whole situation. Number one thing is that I did that worked for me. Do you understand? Was I wrote it down. I wrote every single mistake I made that brought about the mess I went through. Every single mistake I make. Number one, putting so much money into another person's control. Number two, it took me away from God, if I'm to be sincere. Do you understand? I was distracted in a way. Do you understand? So I wrote all those things down. Number one thing I would advise every single person to do: write all those mistakes down one by one, so you would know what things you did wrong. Because there's a saying that it's only a foolish man, if you don't write these things down, you don't know what you did wrong. You may make these mistakes again later in the future. So that's what I did first. Not putting so much money into another person's control. That's the first thing I did. When I knew my mistakes, the second thing I did, and I would advise every other person to do, is to pray. As much as I don't want to bring all of this into it, there's a whole lot that prayer will do. At the moment, or at that moment, it may not be a time where prayer will like bring instant solutions, and it may be. Prayer may bring about instant solutions, but what it will do for you is it will give you peace of mind. It's one thing I can guarantee. Do you understand? It's really a waste of time talking to everybody that comes into your space about your problem. But one person that you can talk to, and you know that will give you that peace of mind, and you will know that you are safe, is God. Let God know everything that you went through while all things are happening, or while all those things are happening. Even it's not just something you do once, it's something you do continuously, right? Thirdly, the third thing I did that worked for me and that is still working for me is what? Ensure not to make promises. So now there's something investors do, or the investors did. At that point, what were they doing continuously? So you keep receiving calls from individuals, family members, whichever person. You keep receiving calls from different people. So a person will call you randomly and tell you, oh, his money is just 1 million naira. Just pay him and forget about the other people. Another person will call you, please, my money is just small, pay me, and all of that. But the funny thing is, each and all of them don't know that it's all of them that are calling. I don't know if you understand. Like, so let's say you have 50 people, and what 50 people, like each and every one of them is calling you individually, telling you to just pay their money. At the end of the day, the 50 people are the ones calling, and at the end of the day, you would want to be forced to make some promises that you may not be able to fulfill. Don't make promises at that point. There's something, see, it's a thing that my mentor taught me. I would not be saying this if he has not shared it on his platform some time ago. It is the respect time and respect process. I get the anger. I understand everything, how you want to, because of the whole issue, make promises and, some spiritual things that you've done. You want to tell people within 7 months, I'm going to be able to pay. But there are some things that time will be able to do. My mentor was able to pay his debts in 6 years, and that gave me some form of peace of mind. Let me put it that way. There are some things you will not be able to settle instantly. Respect time, and irrespective of what happens within the time, just play along. But don't make promises, because you are causing yourself more harm if you promise somebody that he or she's money is going to be paid, and what happens? The money is not paid within the stipulated time that you gave. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's another one. As much as I don't want to say this one too, really, putting yourself down or remaining down because of the whole issue will just cause you more harm than good. Another thing I did was to seek relationships. Look for relationships. See, there's no way you can overstress this. Money is hidden in people. The best way to come out of this thing, number one, is through prophecies. That's what God says about it. And number two, knowing more people. Do you understand? You were able to attain that height. You're able to have so much money or that amount of money in your portfolio because people trusted you with that money. So what would you do? Instead of being on your own and deciding not to do anything business again, because I know how this thing can be, right? Why not go out, seek relationships, meet people? I can tell you this has worked for me. At first, when I was on my own, I said I didn't want to do anything. I was so angry within myself. I remembered calling my dad without even having anybody. I remember calling my dad, telling him I wanted to take responsibility of the money, doing all things on my own. But really, at the end of the day, I can say categorically that I am not where I used to be last year. My network has improved. Do you understand? Maybe financially I may not be there, right? But I'm telling you for a fact that what I've known people now. I've been able to have more resourceful people in my circle that can help. Even though I don't have as much as I want, but still I've been able to work better on that, right? Go out randomly and meet people. That's another thing. Relationships will work for you. Now, this is for those that run away. Not run away. Don't let me use it in the wrong way. Use the wrong word. Now, this is for people that maybe could not bear the whole thing. Do what works for you. Let me put it that way. If taking out time on your own self to not pick calls, because this thing, see, a person reached out to me and told me how this thing affected his mental health. Do you understand? I wouldn't want to mention names for any reason, but that's to make you understand the height of this thing. The interesting thing about this thing is the people that are disturbing and all of those things. If you die or if anything happens to you today, they will forget you. Human beings forget people in just a heartbeat. Do you understand? So please understand what your mental health requires, and please follow it strictly. If me, for example, now, I can still talk, I can still do things, even while I was arrested or while I was detained, I was still sane. Things were happening well for me. Do you understand? But really, if you feel not picking calls, as much as this may sound offensive to maybe the investors and all of that, that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Stay true to yourself. If your mental health requires that you stay without picking calls for a certain amount of time, because you always want to keep your investors or whoever it is in the loop to let them know what is happening per time, right? But if you know that there's really no solution, instead of you coming to open wounds that have already been healed, do you understand? The first thing you will do, the best thing you will do for yourself is do what your mental health requires. If it requires that you don't reply calls at a certain period of time, please stay true to it and just do it for yourself. The next thing you will do, aside seeking relationships, is seek knowledge. Because see, what relationships and knowledge does is, it's when you have enough knowledge that your relationships will now give it meaning. I don't know if that makes sense to you, really. What do I mean by this? See, it's until so the two work in different ways. If you have good relationships and you don't have what to offer to monetize those relationships, really, there's no sense. And at the same time, if you have all the knowledge in the world and you don't have the right relationships, you will always be on the same spot, because it's the same people too that would broadcast you, say things about you and all of that. Seek knowledge. And when I'm saying seek knowledge, please seek high income skills. The best way you can come out of this problem is to learn an high income skill. This is not the time to now go and start settling for maybe 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira jobs. So high income skills may take you a whole long period of time to master, but trust me, when you master it, it's going to settle the bills in, how do I put it, in a shorter period of time than you can imagine. And that's what made me decided to stick to Forex. This made me learn Forex the more. Till today, I still keep learning. I still keep paying for courses like no man's business. Because why? I know that, see, this Forex market has been proven. For some reasons, everybody sees it as scam. Even till now, everybody sees it as, because, well, everybody comes. If you want to build your business, you build your business you grow steadily. But in Forex, the Forex industry is the only industry where everybody wants to be rich overnight. Even the good traders want to make their fortune. If you call something a business, then you want to grow it over time, right? So that's what led me to learn how the forex market works. Learning continuously, pay attention to knowledge, pay attention to knowledge, pay attention to knowledge. And the last one that I'll tell you guys to do is what? To shun negativity at all costs. It can come in form of friends, it can come in form of ideas, it can come in form of thoughts that come to your mind from time to time. Shun negativity. I kind of overemphasize this. Please shun negativity. See, the only reason why you feel or why you will be down or why you will go and start learning things that are not worth it is only if you've planned in your mind that maybe whatever amount you've been able to generate within those times were as a result of luck. If you don't see yourself handling that kind of amount, then it's okay for you. But really, if you see yourself as one who would still make more than that, then you would shun negativity. And when all those negative ideas are coming into your mind or when they are popping, you would what? Shun them. I feel this video has been very, very helpful. Thank you so much once again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And yes, on to the next, I don't know how they do that thing, but please, thank you so much for, yes, giving me your time. And yes, like I said, this video is going to be shorter. So yes, please expect my next video. I don't know what it's going to be about yet, but trust me, it's going to be mind-blowing. Thank you, and God bless. Cheers.